Hey, you guys, long time no see. I told you guys I would pop on here when I can, whenever someone requests a video. And so one of our fellow tribe members, Jamie Gilmore, I believe, wants to know, because she says she's having a hard time believing that narcissists are genuinely bad people. She's curious as to, how they became that way, and if it's even possible for someone to genuinely, from the lack of a heart, be that bad. Okay? Alright, number one, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I never do. I would start by saying, stop trying to find every reason in the book to like these pieces of shit. Okay? Stop trying to find... Excuse me, let me adjust my little butterfly. I just got this little butterfly. Anyway, stop trying to find every reason in the book to like this piece of trash. It's trash. Again, no one's going to go into their garbage can and go, oh man, I wonder if that rancid piece of meat in the trash that I had thrown away like a week ago and the trash man hasn't picked it up yet, I wonder if it really meant to be rancid. I wonder if it really wants to be a new piece of meat again. I wonder if I just go out there and dig through the garbage and grab that rancid piece of meat and put it in the trash, or take it out of the trash and put it in my pan. If I just rejuvenate it with fresh ingredients and love and TLC, will it make or turn itself into a filet mignon? Yeah, no. That's exactly what that sounds like to me, okay? All right, so let me go straight to facts. Let's go to the first murder ever recorded, okay, in the Bible, all right? Let's go to Cain and Abel, okay? Cain and Abel, brother and brother, right? Cain being the first one recorded to have jealousy aside from Satan himself, right? Decides that he's jealous, much like the narc, of the fact that his brother has come up with a better sacrifice than he has. Now, could Cain have done the same? Sure, but he's a lazy bitch and he didn't work that hard, much like the narc. So his brother did what he was supposed to do, much like all of us when the narc couldn't stand us for being better than them. And in theory, it wasn't just that we were like better than them. It was like either you do what you're supposed to do to get to the top of your game, or lazy bitches like you don't win. And they chose a lazy bitch route. So anyway, and he killed his brother, right? Cain killed Abel. Now, you want to know if narcissists are actually genuinely that gross. Well, when God approached Cain and was like, where's your brother? I don't see him anywhere. I've been looking for him. Cain could have easily been like, look, God, I fucked up, dude. Like, I got jealous. I hurt him. He is no longer present. I'm scared, right? Instead of doing that, he was like, I don't know what that motherfucker had. Like, I'm not his keeper. Why you asking me about some shit that don't have nothing to do with me? God. That's basically how he carried it. That is exactly how he carried it. Does that sound like being remorseful to you? Does that sound like he was sorrowful? Anywhere in, am I my brother's keeper? Like, am I my brother's keeper translate in the modern day as, fuck, am I supposed to know what that nigga at? That's what that translates to. Is that how you answer when you feel sorry for what you've done? Oh, so wouldn't that let you know that he actually intended to do what he did and he meant it and was not sorry for it? This is BC, right? Is this before Christ, right? Okay. Let's fast forward into now. That narcissist does not give a fuck about you or anybody else. They honestly don't even give a fuck about themselves as a creation or a being on the planet. They don't even care about themselves. If they cared about themselves, they wouldn't put their bodies that they are using to navigate and house well, we would hope they had a soul, but ooh, I think they kind of sold it. It's a whole other video. But anyway, why would they put themselves in all these horrific situations to come down with STDs that they can't get rid of and die slowly from drugs, or put themselves in the position to possibly be murdered because one day they're going to run into the wrong motherfucker that's going to kill them for cheating. One day they are, dude. Somebody going to fucking kill them. Period. You're going to see them on the news for that, or they're going to be in Potter's Field somewhere as a Jane fucking Doe or a John fucking Doe because no one even knows who they are because they were too lazy to even get a fucking license or an ID or insurance cards, just like my ex-narc, any of that shit. No one's going to care, and they're going to put themselves in harm's way just over a fuck with a prostitute in a hotel somewhere or some shit, catch a bunch of shit they can't get rid of, spread it to a bunch of motherfuckers and make them mad, and end up one way or the other dead, and dead in a horrific way. If you loved yourself, would you do that to you? No. Do they look like they're sorry when they do that to them? No. They're not sorry even doing it to themselves, sweetie. Miss Jamie Gilmore, they're not, baby. They're not sorry about that shit. Okay? They don't even give a fuck about what they're doing to themselves. What makes you think that they will genuinely, somewhere within what you want to say, a heart is, give a fuck about what they do to you? They like it. Have you ever, first of all, go get a book. Go get a book called The 48 Laws of Power. Okay? It's called The 48 Laws of Power. I want to say his name's, I can't remember his first name right now, but his last name is Green, like Greenee or something, like green, like that. But anyway, he talks about that shit. It's a whole ass handbook on manipulation. And everything in it is shit that narcs do. Okay? Read that shit. It will blow your mind. Okay? The 48 Laws of Power. Okay? Aside from that, have you ever seen any interview with any serial killer or, let's just say, really like horrific person that commits horrific crimes? They don't have to be a serial killer, but they committed a horrific crime, right? Anytime they're interviewed, because same demon, different body. Remember, I made videos on that. Same demon, different bodies, okay? Every time they are asked, well, do you have remorse for what you've done? And they never do. They're always like, oh, no, I would totally do that shit again. My only regret is that I let that one last victim escape. I really should have strangled her and slit her throat when I had the chance. But, we all make mistakes. They're like that. They never give a fuck. Their only fuck that they give is that they didn't annihilate the last victim properly so that they got caught. You know what I'm saying? That's their only shit. And they will always say, whenever the interviewer goes, well, would you do it again if you were ever able to be released? They'd be like, well, probably, yeah. More than likely. Or they always give a vague answer like, I don't know. But I mean, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so remorseful. I need to go and repent for all the lives I took and all the shit that I did. And they do not care. Okay? So, my advice to you would be, and to anybody that feels that way, stop being curious about a fucking murderer. Now, oh, they're not a murderer. They haven't killed anybody. First of all, you don't fucking know that for a fact. And second of all, they murdered you spiritually. Didn't they? That's why we're here, right? So what I would say is, no, stop trying to analyze the demon and work on exercising that shit the fuck out of your life. It doesn't matter whether they're remorseful or whether they might be a good person deep down inside and all that shit. The ocean is deep, baby. And guess what? My brown ass ain't gonna swim down to the bottom and explode like that bitch ass submarine trying to find out how deep it is and how mysterious it is and what's it. I don't need to know that because it's none of my fucking business. You know what I'm saying? So please, love ya, but seriously, don't try to figure out why. Be glad. Don't try to figure out why, who, what, if, where, when, how. who and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Are we out? Who? It doesn't matter who, what, when, why, how, where, none of that shit. Just know you're not in that situation anymore unless you are going to allow yourself to be, separate from the fact that people like me are getting stalked still. That's not your fault. If you're getting stalked, I mean, that's just like something else. But as far as purposefully and intentionally trying to figure out whether they have deep feelings or not, that shit is a sign of not being healed enough to not give a fuck. It doesn't matter whether they have feelings or not, baby. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. They did something cruel to you, and that shit should be way more than enough to fuck up out of there and not care. Don't stay around more to fuck around and find out. Okay? So anyway, no. My answer to that would be hell no. Anyway, I hope that answered your question. I hope that it's helpful, and I love y'all who might tap into this video. Bye.